Movie the Needle, a movie podcast. Movie the Needle, they said it won't last. Movie the Needle, a movie podcast. Movie the Needle, give it a blast. Two idiots talking alone in our shed. We dissect a film as things come to a head. We kick things off and unveil the ale. Then it's a simple 5-point scale. Only one of us likes it, the other not so. We bicker and joke, no gag too low. Discussion begins, Si tells Carl he's wrong. Carl plays a game and Si sings a song. We do a recasting, discuss who would work. Would he or she, we say with a smirk. In spite of it all, Carl still thinks he's right. The truth of the matter is we both talk shite. Movie the Needle, it's time for the show. Let's not pretend you've somewhere better to go.
This is Movie the Needle. My name's Simon and I'm in our shed with my good friend Carl, where we'll be spewing all kinds of positivity and praise on what in our minds is an absolute classic. This week, timeline fuckery and AI grooming ensue. It's Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
You ever had your colon judged?
I mean, I'm excited it's Judgment Day already. It only seems like yesterday it was the last Judgment Day, and will we be able to defend our third place trophy and maybe even pick up a silver medal for our colon this time? And I don't want to tempt it, but maybe even the golden colon could be ours, Carl.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just imagining a competition where colons are judged and we are getting our
Oh, I
colons
was talking about like a doctor's appointment, like finger up the arse job or something like that, endoscopy, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I like to think of it more like I'm going to get something good for it rather than just a finger up the arse. Well, something good on top of that, I suppose. Yeah,
You could have the all clear. That sounds pretty good.
yeah, I suppose. I suppose. But
Hey.
yes, there we go.
This is the first episode since we've recorded, since we went on a date.
We did, yes. We went to see old Odysseus do his thing.
Yeah. Good screen. Looked out with the screen. The epic
Front row.
view Kirkstall was very good. Yeah, front row was just a bit too much, I think. Second and up, I reckon, in that screen.
Yeah.
But having
Fine,
been... Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, it was
If
fine.
there was any subtitles or anything, we would have been fucked.
Yeah, it was fine, but it wasn't quite the ridiculousness you see at the IMAX, the really big IMAX screens, where everyone looks like Desperate Dan on the screen. But yeah, it's a good screen.
Good sound.
Good sound, decent movie, and of course, another movie where Matt Damon's trying to get home.
He is. He loves trying to get home.
I know. I saw a meme the other day, and it's like taking the budgets of Saving Private Ryan, Interstellar, The Martian. The Odyssey, and it's like
Well,
did you
someone
know,
just give him a lift.
Yeah, it's like, did you know Hollywood has spent over $600 million trying to get Matt Damon home, which I thought was quite funny. Which is, if you think about it, a waste of time because he could have become Batman 171 times for that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What's he thinking?
You like that? Remember when you said that? That it only cost $3.5 million to become Batman?
I think that is the facts as written on the internet and therefore true.
Very good.
Yep. Yeah, we'll share our thoughts. I think in the retro next week.
It'll have been out.
A little bit.
Or was it after this one?
Yeah, it would have been out of like a month by that point, so we can.
So we've shared our thoughts on the the retro episode will have been out, won't it, by then?
No, that's in next week's because that'll be looking back on our Nolan week, so we can share our Odyssey thoughts as part of our.
Yes, but this episode comes out after that.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't it?
No, it comes out next week.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, I mean it is.
I think Taxi Driver. Oh no, that's not a classic. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I stand corrected.
Good. Carl, I told you the other day I was umpiring Theo's cricket game on Monday, so a few days ago. I got bitten, not by a child.
Yeah,
I hasten to add, but like a bug thing.
You're out, you little fucker. Now that's that.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, get off. Yeah, I've got 2 bites right on the inside. You might be able to see them. So there's a little one,
Yeah, I can see
one
them
there
now,
inside of my calf area. Itchy motherfuckers. This was like 3 days
Yeah.
ago. It's still getting worse, if anything.
Yeah.
And I was walking the dog last night out in a sort of similar weather to this, quite cool, and sort of walking. They were sort of getting warm and itchy. And in my mind's eye, I was just imagining going, I could just get a rusty knife and just cut out the piece of flesh.
That's how bad it is.
Which is just like, just really starting to get onto my tits. It's like, I think I would deal with the inevitable gangrene if it just stopped itching.
It doesn't have to be a
fine.
rusty knife.
No, it's true. I
Just
could use it. I could just
might erase you to a sharp one.
yeah, a sterile
Or is that
sharp knife.
Is that just how masochistic you feel? No,
just
blunt and rusty.
Yeah, I feel like the
No.
rusty knife would just really scratch it nicely, just as it was getting cut out. As well, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not like it. I never used to react to bites. I never used to have hay fever either. So
Yeah, you're literally falling apart as you age, aren't you? To be fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to pride myself on not having any allergies, and now look at me,
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah. My wife insists that she's allergic to jam.
Jam,
Yeah, it was
specifically jam,
Yes.
not strawberries or raspberries or sugar or.
This
things
stems
in
from
jam.
her school days
Hmm.
when she was on some trip, and they were like, "Have you got any allergies?" She was like, "Oh yeah, jam." She just doesn't like jam.
Right,
Just really, really didn't want to have to eat any jam.
Jam sandwiches are an offering. She didn't
Yeah.
want them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she keeps that up.
Comes up every now and again.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. fair enough.
Hey, I'm workshopping something.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about renaming our director's segment
Oh yeah.
in
We do need a better name.
in line with Unveil the Ale.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You remember when we first started that was like, we didn't really have a name for it, and then at some point we said like reveal the beer, and then
Yeah,
it was like,
right,
well, Unveil the Ale. Bang, there it is.
Works, yeah.
I thought we could come up with something snappy, so I've got some proposals for you.
Go for it.
Reveal the eel. You know that? Expose the hose.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Feast on the beast.
Right. That sounds a bit more like blowjobs, but that's fine.
I know. Undock the cock. A bit more on the nose, perhaps that one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, these other ones aren't.
I suppose though the problem is we're not really like
We're not.
they're not
showing
getting it
anything.
out. It's like
Yeah.
it's more of a judgment or a deduction. So then I sort of moved on. I've gone to scrutinise the size,
Scrutinize the size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 police the piece,
Yeah. I quite like that one.
police the piece, inspect what's erect.
Wait, not necessarily erect though.
No,
is it?
that's
the
true.
thing. Yeah.
So estimate the trouser snake.
If you rhymed 8 with ache, there.
Estimate the trouser snake.
So yes, you've rhymed
Mate with snake.
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's fine.
Okay.
Just say it fast enough with enough confidence.
All right. Cool. All right.
All right, well, we'll go back to scrutinise the size.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like if we could make it a bit more veiled as to what we're doing, just thinly
Place the
veiled.
piece. That's a bit more veiled.
Yeah, but if we can get something to do with the director in there, like the Hall of Direction or not direction, but getting erection in there with direction. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something,
Okay,
something,
all right.
something along those lines, so people know, like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
I'll carry on working on it.
yeah. Carl, it's that time, ever frequent time, where we shall be boarding flights soon
Yes.
for holidays.
Yep.
With family, this time for me, rather than work. But I still do want to give you the opportunity to pick me a film to watch, which I have to watch. And it has to be on a streaming service I have and that I can download from. And then in the retro next week, I will reveal what I thought of it. Have you got anything lined up?
I have. Remind me, have you seen The Firm?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to feel like it's wasting a bullet.
Yeah, you should probably
to
pick something
rewatch
I've
The
not
Firm.
seen.
Yeah, no, I want you to rewatch The Firm so that you might not like it and then we can do it.
I think I'm not gonna like it.
I'll think of some flimsy way to shoehorn it into an episode. Somewhere. Oh, okay, right, all right. Here's what I actually want you to watch then. I know you've not seen this.
Okay.
It's available on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It is Ask a Policeman,
Oh, right.
starring
literally
Will
never heard of
Hay.
this.
It's like 1937 or something like that.
Ask a policeman.
Yes, I can provide you with a link.
Please do.
But it is... I really like Will Hay films. They're very funny, but that is my favourite one.
Okay.
A lot of people prefer Oh, Mr. Porter, which is essentially the same film, but instead of a policeman, he's a railway porter.
Okay. It's like a series then?
I don't know. They're just, back in the day, they were just churning films out left, right, and centre. It's like,
unlike nowadays, Carl.
Well, yeah, it's very true. Yeah. If anything, they're even less veiled with it now because reboots and sequels and whatnot. So, yeah. So there you go. Ask a policeman, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will ask.
You going to give me one?
Oh, I get to pick one for you. Okay.
Well, I'm going away as well.
Excellent. Yeah, but usually you don't like to be told what to do.
Well, I mean, I did think about this. It's like if you give me like fucking Lord of the Rings or something that,
I'm quite pleased with this one.
Okay, go on then.
So, it is a Best Picture winner.
Right. Okay.
I don't think you've seen it, so it's filling a hole.
Okay. Yeah. Giggity.
It's a firm favourite of one of our regular collaborators.
Right.
I say regular. We've been on his show once or twice, and he's been on ours. Mr. Kieran B.
Yeah.
His $1 Million Baby.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah.
You've not seen that, right?
I've not seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like that film. So I've got a feeling you might not really like it. You might not even like it. You might be ambivalent. I don't know. Could you even go to
Could go anyway.
But
I've no real preconception. I can tell you that. So
good. So it's 2 hours 7 minutes or something. So nothing too overly long either. So and it's available on Prime for you, so you can grab that.
Right, I'll get on it.
Excellent, Carl.
Yeah.
You know what? Been working ever so hard today.
Yeah. What have you been doing today?
Right. So. Right. Yeah, okay, I'll tell the truth. So, what I've been doing... So, the first 2 hours of the day was spent taking...
Masturbating.
Theo and his friend... taking Theo and his friend to cricket coaching at Headingley.
Yeah.
Because that's a fucking awful trip there and back at that time in the morning. And then I did do work. I was working, trying to get shit done before holiday so I can just relax.
More masturbating.
Yeah. But then £4,000 worth of footballs and associated football kit arrived at my house, which I need to get rid of before holiday and distribute to people. So I spent a good couple of hours today sorting through all of that and putting it into bags and then getting people to come round and hand it off and stuff, and then realize, shit, I still need to prepare for this fucking episode, and it's like it's already 8 o'clock, and I've done some because I fell asleep last night. I was getting very tired.
You've done some what?
I've done some prep. I had done some prep. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. Is there any chance you just want to say the word masturbating into the microphone?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I'll find out on another episode. We'll fix that up in post.
Anyway,
right.
I'm very thirsty, Carl. Could you please unveil the ale?
Yeah, like harder than you would think to find a beer name to tap into this one.
Yeah.
As with all of these things, if I was more prepared and went online, I'm sure it gets easier. So, anyway, I've gone for a bit of an old favourite because it's a great beer and I know we like it. Obviously, Arnold, fabulously interesting bloke, career in politics, not allowed to be the president, had to settle for the governor. There isn't a beer called the governor or governator or anything like that. So I've gone for a Mr. President IPA, which of course is,
should be Mr. President.
Brewdog, yeah, he'd have made a decent enough president.
Yeah, they
as
pay
well,
him to
don't you think?
lead, not to read. It's getting harder and harder to reach the worse my back gets.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm sounding like an old bastard, don't I? Jesus Christ.
It's all that masturbating.
That's what it'll do. It really does your back in.
What does? Oh,
Shut up.
nearly.
It's like a weird yes-no game. All right, let's introduce today's film, which is, of course, Terminator 2: Judgment Day. And before we get to what we each think of this, a quick reminder of our simple 5-point scale. You either really like it, you like it, you're ambivalent, you don't like it, or we really don't like it. So, Carl, where are you on the scale?
I really like it.
Either really like, ladies and gentlemen, as am I. I really like this. How can you not really like it? It's fantastic. Why do you really like it, Carl?
I have to say, I'm really glad I rewatched the first one before I rewatched this.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm really glad, because I think otherwise I'd have thought these two films are closer than they actually are.
Yep.
Because I think there's quite a difference. T1 is the scary one, and this is the cool one. I think that's how I would.
I guess
I would term it. Yeah, because so much of the Terminator iconography comes from this film.
Yeah,
and certainly as a kid, that's the stuff you love, man.
Yeah, this was the one I watched again and again as a kid. Yeah, so I really like it. As I just mentioned there, this is the one that I watched again and again as a kid. Like, I did a little exercise before the rewatch and before rewatching the Terminator as well, where I was just like, just list all the things that you remember that were like the big things, and it was just, you can just reel off like the set pieces, the effects, Arnie just being the epitome of the Terminator. And I was like, oh, is this where he really like nails that down? Because he's really good in the Terminator, but this he sort of takes it to a different level, doing a different thing. But yeah, it's a summer blockbuster. It's a proper summer blockbuster film. And I think summer blockbusters now get a little bit of a bad rap, where it's just like, big, loud, explodey, noisy. This is just...
I couldn't even tell you what they are these days.
Well, indeed. I think that they are maybe less of a thing nowadays, maybe. Who knows? But this is just fantastic. I just want another film that gets me as excited as this film gets me to come out every single year, please. Let's kick things off with the production. And I want to talk about Jimmy C.
Yes.
Have we not done a James Cameron film previously? I'm just looking at the thing. Like, we've talked about the Avatars as part of like award season and stuff. We haven't done.
Not on this podcast. Not Saving Private Ryan. Titanic we did as like the part of the Oscar thing a little bit. Not really. We haven't.
No. So we haven't really talked about his filmography generally and things like that. And he's obviously not done that many films because he spent so fucking long making blue things.
Oh, I know, yeah.
But have you ever seen Piranha 2: The Spawning?
I have not.
You've not? No, I've not seen it either. The Terminator, obviously, and rewatched that. I think I've covered that in the previous retro. My thoughts on that and how actually I was a little bit wrong on how much less I like that than this T2, and actually they're a lot closer than I thought they were. It's a hell of a film. You like the Terminator, right?
I mean, that's mine.
That's your one.
Yeah, that nothing scared me as much as the Terminator scared me. I mean, granted, I was 9. But like, I watched that. I watched Predator, and Predator scared me.
Yeah.
T2, will have scared me, but not like the Terminator.
It's less scary, obviously.
Yeah, nothing scared me as much as the Terminator did as a kid. That was my film. That's the one I would say is the better film. I mean, I really like them both, but that's the one I would say is the better film. We'll talk a bit more about that later. I am sure.
Aliens, I think we are going to cover in a future episode, because I think I'm a lot higher on.
Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting parallels between this and Aliens, because although obviously James Cameron directed the Terminator where he did not direct Alien, there is a lot of the same
horror-ish
pathway
moving to more of an action.
The same evolution.
Yeah.
And I mean, I personally think, not to get into it too much here, because as you say, we are going to do an episode on it. I just think Aliens obviously steers away from what made Alien so good, because it's no longer going for the same horror thing.
Yeah.
It's just then a bit of a mess when it goes to do the sort of more fun action set piece driven thing. I don't think it works quite. I mean, Bill Pullman's got a lot to do with that. We'll get to that. This one, though, is exactly the same. He's pulled back from the horror bit. He's not going to make a scary film. He's definitely leaning more into the fun, more into the blockbuster thing. But no, it was always T1 for me. This was the one where, this is just a bit more fun, this one.
Yeah, definitely.
And like you say, you totally agree. The set piece bits, you can remember all the big set pieces. A lot of the iconography with the, the arm and you get more head-up display in this, the sort of Terminator vision.
The scanning.
There was only one shot of that in the Terminator, but you get more of that here. So, yes, it's really cool.
So have you seen The Abyss?
Yes, I have. I like The Abyss.
Do you? I've not seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've not seen it. I was writing down the list of his films. I was like, why have I not seen The Abyss? Like
Michael Bain again in The Abyss.
Right, yeah. And he was great in the Terminator.
He was great in the Terminator, yeah.
T2, obviously. True Lies. Love True Lies.
Yes.
Big fan of True Lies.
Yeah.
Titanic, we have talked about because I watched it again recently, so we kind of touched on that. I do like. I've got a weakness for it. What can I say? And then the Avatars we have mentioned multiple times of how they are now dead to me, and I can't be asked with anymore.
Yeah, you'll probably still watch 4 and 5.
Probably. I'd read an interesting quote about James Cameron though. He said, "This is a quote that he had, which was: people call me a perfectionist, but I'm not. I'm a rightist. I do something until it's right, and then I move on to the next thing." I was like, sounds like the definition of a perfectionist, Jim. I'll be honest.
I mean, he's a dick. Like, if you see him in interviews, he's just he fails a pint test emphatically for me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, he does not seem fun. He seems absolutely full of himself. I mean, you see when he was interviewed about the Titan submersible?
No.
Right. So he's obviously a leading figure in the submersible community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not just a hobbyist thing. He also did the Challenger Deep thing, which was to take a first man submersible to the bottom of was it the Mariana Trench, or was it a spot in there? Somewhere, like a seriously deep spot. Nobody'd been deeper, right? So he knows what he's talking about. What a shagger. He's in our Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Oh, I don't know, actually.
I think he might be. He will be soon if he's not. So he knows what he's talking about with that, right? But he was interviewed after the Titan submersible, only after it was found that they, had perished, and he's just all over the news going, "Oh, I knew straight away as soon as they reported that bang on like day 2 or whatever, or day 1 or whatever it was." I knew straight away they'd all go. And he was like so cavalier and matter of fact. And so I was like,
people have died, man.
People have died, right? And it's all well and good saying this. Where was that on fucking day 1 when people were still like spending, millions of pounds?
Yeah, maybe share that. Yeah.
He's full of himself first, and everything else comes second.
I did also do a little bit more reading on him, and I didn't realise that he wrote the screenplay for Rambo First Blood Part 2.
I mean, there's something in how that departs from
the first one as well.
The first one as well, isn't there? Yeah.
Yeah, it takes it from a lot more focusing on the sort of PTSD side of things to just being a big-ass, crazy action thing.
Blockbuster.
Yeah. But he was writing that at the same time that he was writing Aliens, and he was writing The Terminator. So it's weird that those are all about the same time, and The Terminator is obviously what comes, which is a lot more like the Alien and First Blood side of things. So he didn't just go straight to The Terminator 2, if you know what I mean. He did The Terminator first. Another interesting thing that I thought was interesting, anyway, apart from Piranha 2, The Spawning, and The Terminator, all of his films have been nominated for or won the Academy Award for, what do you think?
Effects, no?
Best visual effects. Yeah.
Has to be, didn't it?
Yeah. So he's obviously massive into the effects, and I think The Abyss was like the first one where it really, he did like some really groundbreaking stuff, right? Which led into this a little bit with the T1000.
Yeah, you should watch The Abyss. There's some really good real stuff in The Abyss as well, which is actually been cut from a lot of later versions, which I won't ruin now.
Okay.
Because I suspect you will have access to the original Uncle version.
Okay, I'll look for that then. Do they call it out as different cuts or anything like that? Is it one of those, or is it?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, I'll look out.
But yeah, he's pushing some boundaries in all sorts of directions in The Abyss.
And speaking of the effects, then the effects in T2, as we want to call it, so good.
Oh, amazing! Yeah,
and not just a couple. And they're like, yeah, we've done that now. Brilliant. They're peppered throughout. It's a consistent thing of awesome effects. And where it's not the visual effects, you've got the practical and the set pieces.
Well, they've done the Jurassic Park thing, haven't they? They have paired top-class visual effects with top-class practical and animatronic work. Yes. And that is why it works rather than just being a shit CGI fest.
Yes, because they've got Stan Winston's involved in this as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to run through some of the bits that really stood out. These were the bits I was sort of scribbling down on rewatch, which were already written on my pre-watch notes because they were already right at the front of my mind. So the emerging from the flames as like the liquid metal thing. The stabbing. Actually, you phoned me.
Well, I mean, look, let's just hone in on that one because you've got the emerging from the flames after he's melted back together.
Yep.
Right, and the melting back together is amazing. Go, but take that one back even further, where he's liquid nitrogen. And
this is actually earlier in the first crash I was talking about. But yeah, you're right.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought you were talking about that emerging.
No, that's amazing as well. Though.
Yeah. No, agreed. Yeah.
The stabbing. You phoned me at this exact point when I was watching this with the stabbing of the
Todd.
the foster dad with the giant
my
hand
mom,
blade.
Todd.
The floor coming out of the floor. T1000 coming out of the checkered kind of floor and then becoming the security guard. Awesome. Walking through the what have I written that? What does that mean? T1000 walking through the bard. What's that?
Through the bard.
Through the bard. So good though.
Through the bars.
Oh, the bars. Yes.
Yeah.
Through the bars when they're chasing him through the hospital.
Yeah.
And then, the bit I really love about that, the gun getting stuck.
Oh, yeah.
Such a nice little touch. And there's a few nice little touches in here, which hopefully I'll remember to mention. And then the practical stuff, so the peeling off the skin of his arm to show Dyson the mechanical arm, which is obviously the same as the one in that. Brilliant. And really, like, makes you a bit like, it kind of makes you go, ooh.
Just whips it off like a glove. Man.
Yeah. Theo was saying, like, oh, can I watch it? I was just like, yeah.
I
think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I was watching it kind of thinking, I think you'd be all right with it. It's 15. I think that's fine, though.
Has he seen the first one?
No, I'd make him watch the first one first, though.
You made him watch the first one?
I will make him watch the first one first.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I did.
You didn't let him see this one. Sorry. Right.
No, I haven't. No.
Yeah.
I wanted to rewatch them first and see. But no, I'm pretty sure I watched T2 first before the Terminator. And I think, therefore, you lose out on that initial sort of first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the movie where you get the sort of reveal, which we'll talk about in plot. To the bit that you were talking about, the walking through the liquid nitrogen and like slowly freezing, shattering, and then the heat sort of reforms. It's just so good.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like, there's 3 or 4 bits there that are just top class. Like,
yeah. And it's, I'm not going to say it hasn't aged a day, because there are a couple of bits where you do go, it's not quite seamless, but it's not enough to go like, oh, that's shonky.
No, yeah. I mean, I noticed a couple of shots, like, I think actually not long after that one, where Arnie gets flung off a car and does like he crashes and rolls over it, and it's like that was a bit dodgy, whatever. There's a couple of little bits here and there, but
we said the same in Jurassic Park, though, didn't we?
Of course,
It's still a couple, largely brilliant. Still, not entirely brilliant, but largely still stands up. There's just a couple of bits.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
And then the set pieces, also great. There's multiple chases in here, all done kind of practically. The lorry chasing the motorbike through the storm drain. That was one of the things that I just had a clear vision of in my mind before we rewatched this.
It's absolutely epic, and like Arnie has never been cooler than
the
when
reloading the shotgun.
The reloading the shotgun is incredible.
God.
Yeah, the reloading the shotgun is absolutely incredible. I
still don't understand how it works.
When he swoops around the truck and then picks John up off his bike in one hand and puts him on. But you're right, the reloading the shotgun is just fucking incredible.
But I watched it, I was just like, what are you doing? What are you actually do? Like, how is that a thing? And I think I'm not saying he did it, but he did the movement itself to.
Well, I don't know whether it's one of those, because remember, like in old westerns, you get those sort of guns where the sort of a handle or bracket underneath would come away from the gun. I don't know if it's something like that. I don't know if it's literally just the forces of swinging the weapon round, moves the barrel up and down and down. No.
Fucking awesome.
It really does look absolutely fantastic. And this, by the way, is in a movie where later on Linda Hamilton does a fucking cool reload herself just in one hand by grabbing the barrel trigger. Yeah.
Why is that so
somehow
cool?
that's the second coolest.
Yeah. Why is that so
reload
cool?
shot.
Because it's literally just like it's like I don't have a second arm, but it's just the force of it.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
No, yeah. So yeah, he's never been cooler than at that moment.
That is a really good shout, actually. I think you're probably right.
Yeah. So I had the Terminator 2 game on the Commodore 64 back in the day.
Yes.
Which is very exciting because it loaded up off a cartridge rather than the old cassette tape.
Ooh.
So it was like, what's this loaded in 15 seconds? You know, a sign of things to come, obviously. And the first level, it was a rather rudimentary punch 'em up sort of fighting game between you and the T-1000 in the what is it? Where's he confront them first? In the club or whatever?
The mall?
Yeah, yes, that's right. Yeah, the mall. Yeah.
But you know what? Can't say that word.
Mall, yes. The shopping centre.
The mall?
But the second level, which was the best level in the game, is the chase through the storm drains. So, yeah, I mean, that might be my favourite set piece in the whole film, I think.
Storm drains as well.
Yeah.
A very American thing, right? Or a very LA thing. LA? Yeah, LA.
They have them in Malaga.
That size?
Yeah, you drive along and stuff. Have them. Yeah, they have them at a few places in Spain. I've been actually.
Yeah,
because it's because it's mountainous, isn't it? So it's the runoff of the mountains.
Yeah.
So we just got little hills here, haven't we?
We're
made out of mud that soaks it all up, rather than just like rock where it just runs off and fucking floods your town.
Goes into the ground and creates puddles. There were also, in terms of set pieces, the on foot versus car or versus bike and then versus car chase. Great movie run. You know, I like my movie runs. It's right up there. It's a hell of a run.
He practiced that.
He did, and he got like super fit. So he could actually chase down the moped, basically. They would like to say, he basically like was going that fast.
Yeah, so Robert Patrick said he practiced a lot of things. He said like not blinking was one.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to develop a run where he didn't have to breathe. It didn't look like he was breathing.
Yeah, breathe through his nose.
Yeah, so that it was just like a machine just running uninhibited.
Which, like, we'll get to Robert Patrick in cast, but absolutely nails the difficulty of going, you're not just doing the same as what Arnie's doing. You are an upgraded version of him, but it's still very much like inhuman.
Oh, yeah, definitely inhuman. That's the key word. Yeah.
Sarah's dream of the nuclear explosion, that scared the shit out of me when I watched that as a kid.
You see, that one's tapping back more into T1 vibes. That's the sort of stuff that you're seeing in T1.
Yeah. Speaking of T1, I didn't have any memory of them doing quite so much of the future look of it. I thought that was solely in T2 when they go like, oh, and this is actually what the future looks like. So when it came in T1, they go like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
really
incredible.
Yeah.
And then the T2 is basically the same sort of opening scene sort of style of thing that they do it. But it's like, it's a hell of a realized vision of that future. But yeah, Sarah's dream, really strong memories, left that mark. Experts at the time said that it was the most realistic depiction of a nuclear explosion that has been captured in film.
Have they not seen Threads, where the milk bottles melt?
What?
Threads.
Yeah. What's Threads?
Threads is, I think, 1987, I think, film. Very, very famous in this country.
Yeah?
Yeah. Of what happened, terrorised a generation of people.
Really?
Yeah. Of what would happen in the event of a nuclear holocaust.
Right.
And it goes into a lot of the practical details as well. Because, like, I don't know if you know how much of our nuclear response
is melting.
No. So we had, like, we designated people, and these were like low-ranking officials in towns, like work for the council or, high up in the fucking bin man service or whatever. What's that called? No.
A refuse?
No, what bin? I didn't say bin man service. Let's just say
refuse collection,
or a high-ranking bin man, or something like that, right? Or a traffic warden, right? They'd be like designated like the controller, and in the event of a nuclear attack, there'd be these places where these nominated people would assemble, and they would have the fucking power to basically decide who lives and who dies, like where a resource is going to go and all the rest of it. It's incredibly bleak.
That's still the case.
I don't know. But yeah, Threads is the British film that
it's like a TV movie.
Yeah, but like I say, terrorized generation. So yeah, I'm sort of saying, have they not seen Threads tongue in cheek? But Threads is a serious, serious movie for a lot of people.
Have you seen like recently, or is this something you
3-4 years ago? Yeah.
Worth checking out?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of like Chernobyl or something like that. Where it's very like ooh.
I want to say there's an American one dealing with the same sort of stuff, called maybe like The Day After Tomorrow or something like that.
I mean, The Day After Tomorrow is definitely not that, but yeah.
Is that
that's the Jake Gyllenhaal end of all days thing with the snow and the ice age
Dennis
thing.
Quaid.
Dennis Quaid, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, maybe it's just A Day After, something like that, something along those lines.
Yeah,
and that was just nowhere near as gritty. That just did not get to the heart of stuff like Threads did. So yeah, give Threads a watch, mate. You might like it, but not instead of.
No.
Ask a policeman.
That's locked in. That's locked in.
Anyway, so no, look, the Sarah's Dream, very good.
Yeah,
to bring that round,
and fucking terrifying. Still, still watching that, I was a bit like looking at it, kind of going like, fucking hell. So yeah, very good. Arnie versus the police with his minigun. Loves his minigun, doesn't he? Loves it. Little grin he gives when he picks it up. Very good.
I mean, this whole thing is like them wanting to do a sequel, and Arnie, he talks about this in his book, and I'd love to do a sequel. I can't be the baddie this time.
Yeah.
Because he recognised for his career, is like, I need to cross over
hero
into the hero.
But we'll get to that on plot, but it is an awesome move to do that as well. They do it so well in that. But the Arnie versus police outside Cyberdyne, when it just shows that sort of mixture of CGI and the great sort of practical stuff with the explosions and things like that. I mean, it's very standard, I will say, sort of 90s action with police cars just exploding as police flee in terror. But it hits the mark for me. Do you like it?
My only production nitpick.
Oh yeah.
Is, and this is only compared to T1.
Okay.
He's obviously focused on the stunts and set pieces in this one. The city looks nowhere near as good in this one. It looks awful in the first one. It looks...
Oh, yeah. You get a sense of the city, don't you?
It's like what we've said about, movies like Joker and Taxi Driver, where the city is a character.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
like neon shithole, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so good in T1.
Yeah.
And that's kind of just missing a little bit.
I think it's because that's largely in the night, isn't it? It's largely dark. You get a much greater sense for it in the dark. Whereas LA in the light, it's just fucking bland as shit.
Yeah. There was plenty of opportunity in this, I think, where, there were scenes at night to dig into that. And like I noticed in T1, there's a really specific shot. It's very early on in the movie. The camera's literally on the floor.
Very Taxi Driver.
Yeah, like literally on the floor as it then pans down an alleyway, and it's just before Bane takes the tramp's pants or whatever. And they were going to, creative lengths to like try show just how grimy and shitty the city is. And I feel like they just weren't interested in that in this, which is a bit of a shame because there was still the chance to tap into that same thing now and again. But I think that's something that T1 did better than this.
I very much enjoyed that sentence, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah. Just as Bane was taking the tramp's pants.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen,
It rolled off the tongue very
Yeah.
nicely. I quite enjoyed listening.
Who are we to judge? Would you have done the same in this situation?
Yeah, I mean, I maybe.
You couldn't get them off quick enough.
The
could you,
thing
dog?
is, though, I would have a concern about going commando in a tramp's trousers.
Yeah.
You know, just like there's going to be stuff touching stuff, which
Yeah.
I'm not going to
See,
be
I
too...
haven't posted my review yet for that film, but I've got it queued up. And I say one of the plot holes is that Michael Bain has spent the film stinking a piss, and Sarah Connor still shagged him. He doesn't take him off. He doesn't take him off.
Maybe she likes that.
yeah. And as you said, there's no pants.
No,
He's got
no,
no
no.
underpants on, has he?
No.
Yeah.
God knows what's crawling around there. Oh. Helicopter versus van chase.
Yeah.
Fuck me. With a helicopter flying under like the overpass
Yeah.
thing. That, like, when that happened, and then you know, you just watch things like, did they just do that? And they did.
I mean, it looks very much like
they did do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but basically, loads of stuntmen didn't want to do it, and then the cameramen didn't want to be near it. So Cameron just filmed it himself.
Right.
And
Well, they must have
just on a-
convinced Stuntman to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, Cameron didn't.
Yeah,
he
imagine.
wasn't in the helicopter.
Yeah. I mean, you say that.
Tom Cruise would probably do it.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah. But no, it was a proper like wow moment. And it's quite low key in a way. Like it's not done in a like a oh my god, but like you know in a overblown 90s movie where they might do like a replay of it almost.
It's what
Where they do it
separates,
from multiple angles of seeing the same thing happening.
Exactly.
So
It's what
you
separates
really
a good
did
set
this.
piece from a great set piece, right? It's the same as anything else, knowing when to not overplay something and it'll go over it. It'll just work a lot better.
Yeah. But yeah, proper
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, that's what I would say about this film, right? That is the thing that is perhaps a little underappreciated because you can write down and you mention as you're doing, you can go through these set pieces and they're very memorable, and you can list them all and you go, wow, there's a lot of them and they're really good. It's just how well they're executed, though. That's the thing that you can take for granted because you can go, oh, isn't it cool that there's a chase in a storm drain? Yeah, but look at the choreography on it. It's perfect.
Yeah. And also how well embedded it is to the film.
Yeah.
That it doesn't feel like it's just a string of set pieces. Like they all fit and make sense. It's not like, oh, how are they? Why are they suddenly doing that? Oh, because it looks cool. Okay. It never feels like that.
No, it doesn't. Yeah,
it always
agree
feels
with that.
natural to the story that's being told.
I did see some reviews where people going, do you know what, there's one too many chase scenes I got bored. I honestly didn't feel
Oh, not at all. Yeah, no.
I thought all the set pieces were fantastic.
Yeah, definitely not getting bored. Like maybe you could make the argument that it didn't need a one of those chase scenes, perhaps, but never, because I think they're different enough and they're interesting enough.
Agreed.
Never at a point did I go like, oh, come on, you know, this isn't. I'm just going to mention a line in your Odyssey review, and it's kind of out of context, so people who haven't seen it won't ruin anything. But I completely thought the same thing at the time of watching, with where they basically like run onto an island and then immediately run off an island, and then literally 5 minutes later they like are running off another island.
Run away!
Again. So thinking just like. It feels like they could have done something in the edit there to make it a bit less ridiculous. But
yeah,
fine.
so in my review, I referenced Monty Python and the Holy Grail because that's the line.
Yes.
So funny story about that. You've just said that. Johnny read my review, friend of the pod, messaged me going, we laughed in the car about the same thing. I was literally thinking of the run away bit in Monty Python as they indeed kept running away. So,
Very good, very good. Can we talk about the Terminator franchise, Carl?
Yeah.
So, is this the prime example of ruining something by demystifying and milking the property to death with sequels that completely lose what was great about the original two?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
What, how, no? Have you seen the sequels?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk through the sequels then.
So I'll show my hand a little bit here
Yeah.
for what would normally be reserved for the retro.
Yeah.
T1,
Yeah.
I think, it's nigh on a perfect movie.
I don't
Not
disagree.
posted my review yet.
Mm.
I might give that 5 stars.
Yeah.
This isn't, we'll get there, this is not a perfect movie. I really like it, that this is not a perfect movie. I think this has already changed from what was so great about T1.
Oh, I agree that
And
it
I
has
think
definitely
all
changed.
that follows is much more in the vein of this
Yes, but
than it is
worse.
some separate, well, yeah, diminishing returns,
Yeah.
than it is some sort of separate thing where you just go, oh my God, they've completely soiled the thing.
I mean, that is a fair point. Like they go more. Actually, no, that's not even true. They don't necessarily go just let's try and run back T2 again and again. They do.
T3, for whatever else you think about it, plot wise, it kind of makes sense. They're
Yeah.
kind of following the.
I don't
the
mind.
same
I've got a
plot.
kind of a bit of a soft spot for T3. Weirdly, I don't think it's good, but like
It's
I've got
okay.
kind of
It's
a soft
okay.
spot
I went
for
to
it.
cinema to see it. I enjoyed it.
Same, yeah.
Salvation again is an interesting sequel because it's more of a war movie than it is a more traditional
Yeah,
Terminator movie.
no colon as well.
No colon.
Yeah. So I saw that, right. I saw that on opening, like the day it opened when I was in LA on holiday, like a few weeks. That was back when it was like a few weeks ahead of it being released in the UK, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
very exciting. It was quite disappointing in terms of how much I was looking forward to seeing that.
I didn't mind it. Genesis, which I think Cameron's back involved with in Genesis, isn't he?
And didn't he produce Salvation,
Okay.
or did he produce Genesis? I don't know. He produced one of the two after. Or was it Terminator 3 he produced? I don't know. He was involved in some way, but like McGee did Salvation. I couldn't tell you who did Rise of the Machines.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Genesis, I sort of enjoyed because there's all the nods back to the first one. Again, look, yeah, it's not as good. The only one I haven't seen all the way through and wasn't enjoying that much was Dark Fate.
Dark Fate. Just to be clear.
Dark Fate. You, all about the colon.
I just like the Dark Fate. Like,
No,
ooh,
I don't.
it's gone pear-shaped. I've not seen it at all. Dark Fate. I had no temptation or urge to see it.
I don't think any of them are that abhorrent. For me, the biggest departure in the franchise actually comes between these two films.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a fair argument to be like. It is, and it probably does, as you say, set it on the path to the other ones. I don't know. I feel like they could have maybe not gone back to the first one, but still.
Well, this is always the problem with sequels. Like, where do you go? So it's not even like I'm criticising Cameron's decision to go for the more fun blockbuster angle.
It's just more the milking, isn't it? It's like they didn't need. You don't need to explain and show
I kind of
every
feel like,
single.
No, but I kind of feel like each one of those was different
or...
enough. They're like adding their own little bit, and they're taking the story on a bit. So no, I don't. It's not a catastrophe by any means. Look, and I'm not particularly sequel hungry, so I don't. I don't mind if you get a great film and then it's done. Fine, brilliant.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't think these are terrible.
Have you seen the short Terminator Hunter Killer?
I have not.
I watched it last night. Don't bother. Shit. It's a proof of concept, and it's basically a below-average computer game extended cutscene with Michael Biehn.
I could log it on Letterboxd though, get my numbers back up after the World Cup
I
fiasco.
didn't log it on Letterboxd. I felt that would be cheap, but then I did a minute, so fuck it. I'll do it.
You did do a minute,
yeah. It's got Michael Bihn's like monologue from the Terminator.
Bean or Bane? What were you saying?
Bean.
Is it doing it? Yeah.
Bane? I don't know. I always said Bane, but then for some reason I've started saying Bean recently. Is that because you said Bean?
No, I've been saying Bane today. I might have said Bane in the past.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Bean Bane. We'll call him Bean Bane. It's 8 minutes long and it's not worth it.
It's 8 minutes. I'm going to watch it and log it.
Yeah, I should log it now actually because my watching
Gotta
has
put those
been
numbers up.
fucking. Yeah, yours is still going to be like double mine, dude.
I'm not competing with you. Jesus Christ.
No, I'm competing with you though. That's the thing. Like you're always just there ahead, but I've just like given up already. There was a part of the year where I was like, I was in touching distance. Yeah. January, I think it was, and then after that, it's just gone.
Yeah. Well, I spent the first week of January drunk, so you know.
Yeah. Length scale 2 hours 17. No,
that's interesting.
Not 2 hours 17.
Well, I swear the version I watched was 2 hours 30.
Okay. I mean, there's a chance I haven't updated the notes from last time. I did do it in a bit of a rush.
Right. So what's happened is I've watched the special edition,
Right. Okay.
and you've watched the theatrical cut, which is 2017.
Which I've never not seen the theatrical cut, so I've not seen the version you've seen.
It's been so long since I've seen
You didn't even know what was different.
I didn't notice what was different.
Obviously, nothing huge, which
Well,
you would expect.
what it is going to do is severely water down why I think this is significantly shorter of T1 in
Right.
terms of rating.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So,
Let's save that for plot, though.
all right. Okay. So 2 hours 17 or 2 hours 33, depending on which you've watched.
There is also an extended cut / ultimate cut at 2 hours 36.
So 3 additional. Why? What are we doing? Like, I mean, I'm sure because then people can collect each version.
There's certain directors are just prone to this stuff. What I'll say is you don't get this shit with Tony Scott.
Not anymore. So Fly.
Not ever, thank you.
Yeah. So Flies By, I thought particularly the first hour of this absolutely disappeared, and I watched this old school on ITV with adverts, watching it, which actually wasn't that annoying. It was quite nice because I think I've watched it on ITV, Terminator 2, throughout my childhood. I think that was the access point that I had. It always seemed to be on ITV. So it was quite nice. But the first hour, like I looked at it, I was like, holy Christ, I'm like, holy Christ. That's a weird, I don't usually say that. Holy shit. There's like, I'm over an hour through already and I just feel like I've just started it. It does slow down in the middle period, but still zips along nicely. How was the 2 hour 33?
I'm going to talk about that in plot.
Okay, fine. Budget, Carl. Do you know the budget?
I don't know the budget. I would guess it was large.
Big. It's large. Yes, very large.
What are we, 1991?
Yeah, I mean, large for 1991. Like,
let's say 100 mil.
Yeah, 102. Yeah.
Which is large for
That is
1991.
fucking massive, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
for 1991, that's...
Yeah. Because what was Jurassic Park 2 years later? Wasn't that less than that?
I mean, I'll have it in my Jurassic Park notes. It's just a matter of finding the Jurassic Park notes, whilst also maintaining some degree of... When did we do Jurassic Park? It was a while ago. 63.
Yeah.
So 2 years later, it was 63.
Yeah.
And considering what the groundbreaking shit that they did.
Yeah. So this is huge.
Wow.
This is an absolutely huge budget. Yeah.
I mean, Arnie got 15 million of that budget. So, you know, I don't think anyone on Jurassic Park was getting paid 15 million to be in it.
No.
But still, you're still looking at a $30 million gap between those two films 2 years apart. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I mean, it did all right, though. Did all right in the old box office. So it 517 million worldwide, which again, in 1991, pretty good. The first film to break the $300 million at international box office. So that's it. Well, that's got more. Yeah, 300. That is actually quite.
Yeah.
I've written that down. They're not really digesting what that
does
actually
that mean?
meant. Holy shit! That's good. Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else on production, Carl?
No.
Would you like to play a game?
Oh, I'd love to play a game. It's a classic.
Summer blockbusters still a thing. Whoever earns more cash is the king.
Or she.
Summer
Very
blockbusters
good.
can surprise. Carl doesn't like it when I include a joke, or is it an excuse to cover his choke? Can Carl complete
Yes.
the gold
Fucking Jurassic
run
Park.
objective with summer blockbusters? Solve the clues, win a prize.
There's absolutely still no prize.
Very good. Yeah.
There you go. It
All the
is.
hits. All the hits.
It is the
there.
return of a favourite, a classic, you might say, and it is the theme of summer blockbusters. So all the answers are films that earned the most money over a summer period, back from when summer blockbusters started.
I just want you to know, and I suspect this is a view shared by many. I don't respect your opinions at all on this podcast. They're worthless. But your lyrics, the best thing you do.
I'll take it. It's the thing that takes longest.
Yeah.
So to be honest,
You are really bringing
It's probably
value
the
to the podcast with that specific thing.
That's good. Right, good. Glad. So, Carl, you have in front of you, hopefully, a grid of hexagons. each with letters on it. You will state the hexagon you want to start with. I'll read out a clue, and you have to give the answer that has the initials on that hexagon. So if, for example, you chose MTN, my clue might be our podcast. And you would say...
Moving the needle.
Well done. So if you get it right, it turns gold. If it goes wrong, it turns black. You have 60 seconds to get from gold to gold. You understand?
I understand.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go.
Wouldn't normally do this, but J, top of the grid.
The first summer blockbuster...
Jaws. Underneath that, TG.
1986.
Top Gun. Right, underneath that, I'm going to go LW3.
Joe Pesci is still there in 1992 with added Russo.
Oh, Lethal Weapon 3. Now I'm going to go MIII.
Agent Cunt brings in the new
Mission
millennium.
Impossible 3.
No.
Agent Cunt...
Incorrect. Where do you want to go next?
Oh, shit. FN.
This 2003 movie just kept on swimming.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
JW. Jurassic World.
Well done. You got it.
There we
36
go.
seconds. It was Mission Impossible 2, obviously. With
Oh, MIII. What a dick.
Where's Agent Cunt? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Ethan Cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're quite right. There's nothing wrong with the clue. All user error. Pissed it, mate.
Yeah. Do you want to run through it? Because I don't think I want to reuse any of these. So do you want to throw out another quick path?
Well, you've got two G's on here. One of those will be Gladiator.
No.
Oh, okay. Go on then. What are the clues?
All right. So the first G, 1978 musical blockbuster, is the one that you want.
Oh, Grease.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the other G?
Where's the other G? That's the other question. Oh, 1990 Unchained Melody and Messy Pottery.
Oh, Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
TAOE.
This is the disadvantage of not doing it alphabetically. I've got to find it now.
Yeah, top right.
2014 is Optimal Prime Bayhem.
Oh, well, that's Transformers. I'd be struggling to tell you what it's called after that.
I was hoping you'd go for that one.
Transformers and...
Which you would have if you'd got Mission Impossible correctly. No, Age of Extinction.
Yeah, fucking no chance. BHC2.
Oh, right. 1987, Eddie Murphy put Baby in the
Beverly
Corner
Hills
to
Cop
beat out
2,
Dirty
yeah,
Dancing.
very good.
And it's Tony Scott sequel.
Yeah, TLK.
ELK. Oh, 1994, Beta of Forrest Gump and a rare musical Carl likes.
Beta of Forrest Gump.
In 1994.
94 musical I like.
Yeah.
That seems wrong.
It does.
Yeah, is this really a musical? Does this pass Will's test for a musical?
Definitely a musical.
TLK, I don't know. I'm blanking on that one.
The Lion King.
Is that a musical?
How is it not a musical? It literally is songs coming from nowhere for no reason.
Yeah, it is a musical.
And do you like it?
I do like Lion King.
There you go, see?
Yeah. TDK, that'll be The Dark Knight.
It will be.
JWFK.
2018, J.A. Bayona makes another Right Pratt.
Oh, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Well done. I thought that would be a tricky one.
Yeah, SWEV.
1980 with Harrison Ford being cool as fuck and Frozen.
Cool as, that's Star Wars. What are they called?
It's a bit of a shitty one, I'll be honest. So SWEV. So Star Wars.
Yeah.
Episode
5.
Five.
Oh, that is a bit of a shitty one. Yeah, I'd have been very cross if you'd have.
Well, I've got to throw them in there.
Yeah. Because it's not called that, though, is it? So, like, now I don't know what the episodes are called. Well, no, I do. Episode 5. Episode 5 is Empire Strikes Back. But it's like Star Wars, which started all this bollocks, right? Didn't it? Right. Star Wars Episode 1 was : The Phantom Menace.
Yes.
Well, where's your fucking colon in this grid here?
That's true, yeah.
And
I
you've
should
been
have
coloning all day today.
I have.
You
I love
have
a colon.
not let up on the colons.
I've been
You loved them.
right in the
When
colon.
it suits you,
That is true.
you're right up there.
Yeah.
And when it's a question for me,
Fair
mysteriously
point.
absent.
It's a fair
isn't it?
point. I should have done SW:EV.
Yeah, you should have done.
Yeah. So you've made a fool of me. I'll be honest.
No, I don't think it's colon episode something, isn't it? Star Wars episode 5 colon.
Well, I don't know actually. It might be.
I'm sure.
It's surely
I'm sure
not
it's Star
double
Wars
colon.
episode 1 colon The Phantom Menace, isn't it?
Yeah, probably you're right.
Yeah. But either way, not on your sheet.
No,
That's the
no,
point
no,
we're
no,
making.
No.
Okay, let's get back to business. Good, very good.
Right, good.
Cut most of that.
Yeah. Obs. All right, let's move on to the plot then, Carl. Where do you want to kick things off with the plot?
Yeah. So this is where, to me, like I said earlier, Terminator 1, close to a perfect movie. I think this is where things get a little shaky for this one. And again, I stress, I really like this film. I really like this film. This is only in comparison to T1. Does it really earn the 5 stars? I'm examining that, you know. Because this is a set piece and VFX fest. We've already said that. He's moved towards that rather than the horror / slasher film, whatever you want to characterize T1 as. I think also, and unfortunately so, they've tried to tag an emotional story on.
I like the emotional story.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I said to you earlier, the fact that I now realise I've watched the extended version 2 hours 32, not the theatrical cut.
Pushing your patience.
That's going to water this criticism down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. But only a little bit. Because I think the result, honestly, plot-wise, I think this is a bit of a bloated mess. Honestly.
Ooh.
Now, I love all the set pieces, and they all make sense. We said that it's not just like an excuse to show off. They all make sense. I think there's a little bit as well, by the way, in the T1000 is a bit too good. I think they back themselves into a corner a little bit.
So, I think that they kind of don't know what to do with the T1000.
Yeah.
Because the first bit that he's in, and he's like, well, fucking hell, he's like basically indestructible, right? Like, ooh. And then he disappears for a good 40 minutes of the film.
It's an hour in the version I watched.
Is it? Yeah.
It's an hour.
It's a big old chunk, and it's not like it's not like they have a little cutscene of him doing his shopping and just doing some errands around just to check that he's still doing stuff. Like, what is he doing at that time? Because
I agree.
Surely he's hunting them down, and surely he knows where they're going. Which they even say he's going to know where we're going. I
agree. They do. They say that explicitly. He knows everything I know.
Yeah.
And more, basically, is the insinuation. And he spent the first half of the film essentially being ahead of them. Like Arnie's the analog version that's got to sort of catch up, you know.
I mean, that is a very good description. It's analog versus digital, right?
Yeah. So, like, they've made him a bit too infallible, and you're quite right. They don't know what to do, so they just inexplicably leave him out for a long period of time.
Yeah, it's a long... I've never noticed how long it is. It's a very long time.
And I come back to that in a minute, because also, by the way, I'm not convinced melting actually kills him. Which is how this film resolves itself. He loves being melted. Do you not see what happened after liquid nitrogen?
Most of the time.
He loves being melted.
Yeah.
Now I know that.
I think maybe he's dissipated
I know
so much.
They'll have probably poured him into, he'll be a steel beam by now.
Yes.
But like if just a little bit of him is on the outside of that steel beam, he'll be off. He'll get out.
Yeah.
And that'll either lead to
more. They should have
more.
gone with T3.
Exactly. That'll either lead to more of him seeping out of this beam, or it'll just be a little tiny T1000 Robert. It'll be a little tiny Robert Patrick.
I'd quite like the little tiny Robert Patrick.
He'd crawl up your nose and fuck you up, wouldn't he?
He would.
Yeah. So it'd take him longer to catch you, but once he caught you, still the same danger.
I'm imagining like a Joe Pesci voice now.
Yeah. That's what they should have done. If they'd have melted him before he disappeared off screen for an hour, that would have made sense.
And then he comes back.
Because they were like, oh, well, we've driven all this way. It'll take him fucking ages to get here.
Yeah. So but then they do need to, at some point, really destroy him.
But then we're back to the problem of, well, how'd you do that? They've made him too good. Anyway, right. Let's talk about this hour.
Sorry, just to back up. My memory of how they destroyed him, which isn't in the... I don't think this is definitely not in the film, was that he needed to be shot a certain number of times by the exploding thing. Yeah, like... Inexplicably. Yeah, I think I've made that up. Because I think they shoot him like 5 times, and then the 6th one is what, like, kind of... with the exploding round.
No, she shoots him.
Yeah.
But Arnie comes over with a different weapon.
Yes. But in my memory, it was like, oh, they need to shoot him 6 times or whatever. She does 5, and then he finishes off the 6th or something like that. Not at all what it is. No, and that wouldn't make any sense.
No. It's just big enough to make him topple over into the...
Yes, yeah. He's just pushing him back, and then he goes into the lava.
Yeah.
Sorry,
just go back to the I'm not sure melting him kills him.
Mm.
He did develop learning difficulties, didn't he? After he was frozen and then split apart and then melted back together, he did develop learning. So that little tiny Robert Patrick that we talked about before, he's probably just falling about the place.
Developed learning difficulties?
Yeah, because he starts malfunctioning a little bit. So so you don't know this.
Is this in a different version?
Things, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he sticks to a bar as he walks past. He puts his hand on a rail.
Oh, yeah,
and he sticks to it, and then he peels his hand off.
That's after the liquid nitrogen?
Yes, that's right.
Oh.
And he looks at his hand as if to go, well, something's not right.
Well, that does kind of make a bit of a sense.
Because we then see him not melting to the floor, kind of becoming one
with the floor. Yeah.
And that's how John recognizes that that's not my mum when he essentially assimilates Sarah.
Okay.
Because he looks at the feet.
Gotcha.
And goes, you must have seen that bit.
Not the melted to the floor bit, but yes.
Not the sticking to the handrail, but you must have seen the feet, sort of.
No.
They're all metal rather than...
No.
No, really?
Not that I remember.
Ah, okay.
He just sees her coming from...
So he sees two Sarahs and goes, fuck, you're the fake one.
Yeah, then she's there with the shotgun.
Ah, okay, so the extended version puts more into go... Yeah, the freezing him, breaking him apart and melting back together, he's developed some learning difficulties after that.
I don't mind that a little bit because, again, it introduces the fallibility.
Yeah.
I don't think we need the how does he know it's really her bit.
Right, okay.
Because it's kind of like, well...
Yeah. Okay, I didn't realise that bit was out there.
I mean, maybe it is and I just missed it. Entirely possible.
Yeah, maybe. I tell you what, though, Arnie doesn't have learning difficulties, though, does he? Because, as the film tells us in the closing monologue, if a machine can learn the value of human life, maybe we can too. There
is an issue with some of the voiceover work in this. I'll be honest. So, tipping my hand to one of the changes, the Sarah Connor voiceover bit does treat the audience a bit like an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just like it's right on screen. I think you could maybe give the audience a bit more credit.
Yeah.
For this and not have to really spoon feed it to you. And Carl, I'm an idiot.
You love that stuff.
I'm an idiot. I like to be spoon fed. That's fine. But even I could probably recognize that John was starting to see the Terminator as a father figure, a missing father figure in his life, just by what they were doing rather than being told in the voiceover explicitly. So, there are parts that you could probably tweak to improve.
Yeah. Okay. So look. All joking aside, my serious plot points. So for me, the T-1000 was off the screen for 50 minutes, and then he reappears as if to signal he's back on their trail, and then another 10 minutes elapse before he finally shows up and is an antagonist again.
Yeah. Because he goes to the Dyson's house right first, and then
exactly. Yeah. So it's a full hour in the extended version where the T-1000
it won't be far off that
is essentially just not a threat in the thing.
Yeah.
And when I compare it to T1 and what was so good about that, T1's like an hour 47.
It's a relentless
chase, and that's why it's so much scarier. It's not great. So I know that they are trying to introduce a bit of heart to this movie and tell a bit more of a story. It does not need an hour of it. And I also felt the Skynet set piece was a bit of a damp squib because they go to, what's his name? Miles, is it?
Dyson, yeah. Cyberdyne, yeah.
They go to his, Cyberdyne's the company, isn't it? Skynet's the network they say. They go to Cyberdyne, they go to Dyson's house.
Yeah.
Now in T1, they just fucking killed him. And they move on. And again, it's like, well, that's not what this film is. We're trying to introduce some humanity. But then they have to bring him along for the ride?
Yeah.
And he flips instantly as well. Like, he just throws his life's work out of the window.
That's one of my changes as well.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
Like a little bit of convincing, maybe?
Yeah, you're right. This is terrible. Yeah. And it's...
honestly, it wouldn't have needed much more to just be like, him going like, yeah, but maybe I can just, and them going, no, you can't, and him going, oh, right.
Yeah, it's all a bit like, and then he has to come along for a ride. So all of a sudden we've got this ragtag bunch, right, of a Terminator that's learning the value of love, learning to cry. Sarah Connor, who's the only convincing one in this piece from that angle. Her 10-year-old son, who she spent most of her life estranged from, I think is the subtext.
And the inventor of a cordless vacuum cleaner.
Well, and he's still by this stage, he's really taking on like the mission, you know.
Yeah.
And then we've got the fucking scientist along as well.
Yeah, that was the inventor of the cordless vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, and it's like, fucking the Dyson, very good. Yeah,
there we go.
Really good. And it's like, this is so far removed from the first one now. Like, okay, so you don't want to kill Dyson, don't go to his house. Just go to fucking Cyberdyne and blow the shit out of that. And it's not even the T-1000 that's the antagonist in that scene. It's the police. Because Cameron wants to make a point about the police and how it's not machines. We all did this, and we've got to learn to be kind to each other. The police are bad. And
in its defense, so the Dyson house thing is because it's Sarah going after him and the other two, then trying to essentially, well, John trying to interfere with that because she doesn't. He's a kid. He doesn't want his mum to be a killer. And all of that.
I agree. Like plot wise, they've made it all make sense.
Yeah.
They've made it all make sense. But the net result is, compared to the first one, which was a relentless ride.
Yes, I get that. Yeah.
It's like, you've come a long way now. We're departing for a long time to build this whole emotional story and this, and I'm sort of not there for it. And then eventually, after all of that's done, the T-1000's back, and it's like, it almost feels like, the movie started back up again.
Hell of an ending as well. Like the setting for the ending, is a hell of a location. That sort of, what is that, a steel factory or mill of some description, right? With all of the
steel mill, yeah. Fantastic.
It's so good in terms of that being a fun. Like, there's so many. Just like in T1, actually, where they're in some weird factory.
Oh, with the crusher thing.
Yeah. It's a similar sort of thing, right? There's buttons, there's things moving, there's hot, dangerous things. Yeah.
All industrial.
And it works really well because there's inherent danger just in it being the place.
Indeed.
And then they're utilizing that in different ways, both in T1 and in Terminator 2 as well. So did you then, I guess, not really appreciate or buy the sort of hero moment for Miles Dyson with the detonator?
Yeah. I like it. And again, it all makes perfect sense from a plotting point of view. They've made it all make sense. But in terms of the pacing and the energy of the film, it really sags in the middle for me, this film. Because it's a shame because the rest of it is so fucking cool.
Yeah. I think because they have the whole bit with the renegades, out in the desert bit, then it moves on to the Dyson bit, and then the Dyson house, the Cyberdyne bit. I feel like you could maybe have all three of those bits more compressed, so it doesn't feel like such a big gap. Because I do like the desert bit where you kind of see like, she's got this extended network of people.
Well, this is her film in many ways.
Yeah. I don't mind the Dyson house bit because it's building on the John's sort of innocence and preventing innocent people from dying. Yeah. So in isolation, still fine. And then, as I say, the Cyberdyne explosion, trying to explode it all, makes sense and is a set piece.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean.
I would have just rather, and this isn't explicitly one of my changes, but I would have just rather it was better if they had to do that and the T-1000 was on their tail while they were doing that, rather than having to
add a bit of urgency to it as well, right?
Add a bit of urgency, because I feel like Cameron's trying to make a point about, well, it's not just the police, it's mental institution as well. Like, all the institutions are against everybody in this thing, and it's not necessarily man versus machine anymore, it's man versus man, and okay, fine. But the film gets a little bit too bogged down in that, And the T1000, quite simply, is just off screen for too long. So yeah, I'd have liked to bring all that back up. Just a reminder of the context. And again, I'm jumping the gun on the retro when we do this. We're not talking about, I think Terminator 1's a 5-star film and this is a 2.5-star film. The gap's a lot closer than that, right? But this is a little bit lower. And I still really like this one. It's just, if there is a weakness in this film, I feel it's the middle bit where it sags.
It's strange, actually, because I'm kind of coming at it from the same angle, but a different end result as well. That actually, this is the one that I would most associated with as a kid, right? So I have this fondness for it. It automatically almost gets it gets the 5 stars because it has the added like nostalgia and fondness of it. Whereas T1, I'm coming to it more as like I think I only watched it as an adult, and watching it and growing appreciation for it as a film in its isolation without of that added thing. So mine's like the other way around. It's like, well, this is a 5-star film and the other one's slightly lower, but actually, if you had to appraise them in terms of the quality of the filmmaking, you probably
can you separate those two things, which is always the impossible task to a degree. You know, you're always going to be coloured by the thing. But look, I mean, they're both great, which is nice to be able to say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Time travel fuckery, Carl. So I like plot-wise how the T800 arm and chip are what sets Cyberdyne on its way to create Skynet, which only happened because the T800 had already come back to prevent Skynet's intervention.
It's called the bootstrap paradox.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so it's much more like Tenet than it is Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, you branch and you create different versions of the future depending on what you change in the past. Although, plot holes, ladies and gentlemen, Back to the Future doesn't always obey those rules, but never mind about that.
Flexible rules.
So it's much more like Tenet, where they go, well, what's happened. It's all one timeline. And whether that's a thing about fate or whatnot, you know, who knows?
Which is weird, because it's strange that well, not strange. It's interesting that you say that's more like Tenet, because it's like, I like this side of things where you kind of go, yeah, but they're it doesn't make it. Just like I can't at all, and it's like smile afterwards rather than go, I don't.
Well, it doesn't make any sense. Don't try to understand it. Just feel it. You know,
I like trying to understand it, go in the circle and then go, no, it's
exactly. I can't understand it. Oh, and then I'll just But no, I mean, look, we've done many episodes on this by this point. This is the key to enjoying Tenet. Is at a point you just go, oh, it doesn't matter. The central idea is what's happened, and we're just watching people following through their actions because they believe it's the right thing to do, and it'll all be all right in the end. It'll work out the way it works out. You know,
I like it. Head melty. Fun.
There we go.
Good stuff. All right, let's move on to the cast then. And I'm going to start with Edward Furlong. We've not really talked about him much, actually, as John Connor throughout this.
No.
So,
which is interesting because the film does put a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, it does. And actually, right, so I'm going to throw this out there. Is it up there with the best child performances of all time?
No.
Do you not like him?
No, I don't like it.
I think he's really good.
No, I don't like it.
What do you not like?
I don't believe him.
No?
I don't believe him. He plays this little upstart at first. Which is fine.
Yeah.
Always thought he's just a bit of a little punk, a bit annoying. So the upstart thing works fine. The bit I really don't like, which is where I think the film puts way too much on him, is he starts to become a protagonist in the story in terms of the mission. And it's not just in terms of like setting out the ground rules. Oh, we can't kill this guy. We can't get. He at points he's driving it. He's going, right, come on, we got to do this. We got to do this. And I don't like it. For me, he should be baggage. I think his character should be baggage. I think they put too much on him.
What should be Sarah and Arnie's?
Yeah,
Sarah and T800.
Yeah, I think it's put too much on him, and I don't buy enough of it, honestly.
So that's different. So he's like 13, 14.
He's 13. Yeah, he's playing a 10-year-old, isn't he?
Yeah, and I thought, like you just said there, the sort of the troublesome kid part that he starts, I thought properly authentic brought that very much so. I thought he actually packed some of the emotion that they were going after. And I thought for a 13, 14-year-old to be able to convey that over the course of the film, with the detachment from the mother and sort of not believing and coming round, and then coming round to the getting attached to the father. I think it sells that, so that when it comes to the end bit, I think there is an emotional payoff, and I think it does work. Even if Sarah then has in the voiceover to really like make sure you understand what's going on. So yeah, I thought.
I don't know, and maybe
like
I'll say like maybe that bit's okay. I actually have problems with that more from a sort of plot and pacing point of view, rather than like particularly Edward Furlong's performance. Maybe the bits that are really great are where he's suddenly, like I say, the urgency in this story, and I'm like, oh, no, like this doesn't. This is a bit. It feels a bit silly, and I don't think he's like I don't believe that he's suddenly transformed from this punk kid at the start into this like almost. He's not an action man, because
no, not in. At no point do they show him as competent, apart from in his sort of hacking ability to be able to get into a card machine or a lock. He's not an action.
Yeah, but he kind of it kind of is. There's kind of bits of that, and like he's helping like make the weapons and stuff like that, and then
yeah, but that's from Sarah drilling that into him as a kid, right? It makes sense. Like he would know this thing because she has drilled this into him.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying about like this is where I come back to his performance in this bit. I don't believe that bit of him. He doesn't sell that bit to me. I don't think.
I think it absolutely tracks, because it's like, how would a kid react if he was being essentially trained for something in the future that he didn't necessarily buy as being it? Then that person who was doing it went away. He would then rebel and become this sort of upstart.
But I think he's way too normal. I know he is rebelling, but telling his foster parents to fuck off, he's going down the arcade.
He'd be doing some heroin.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like that is not that. He's way too normal for this.
Is he playing a 10-year-old? Is that?
Yeah. No, because the timeline is, they say, don't they, that this is like 10 years after.
Do they say that?
Yeah, there's a mention.
Well, that's not like, it's not
in the version I watched.
It's not 10 years between the films, is it?
Yeah, it's
84 and 91, right? So
no, it's not 10 years between the films. But in the film they explicitly mentioned, in the version I watched, there's 10 years between the events of the last film. I think it might be the mental hospital. Like, 10 years ago in the whatever. So they say that.
Oh yeah, that might make sense.
Something like that. So like he's 10 basically. He's
maybe even 9 because you were still pregnant.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah. So I think he's too normal. And then surrogate father bit, missing the real dad. Yeah, get that. But I think he's too normal, and then to turn around that he's this like kid who should have like some form of PTSD, and actually he's this highly trained, wise beyond his year. That's the thing. Wise beyond his years. That's the thing I don't believe.
But I don't know if he's wise, right? I think he's more just like got that innocence of a kid, of just like, well, no, you don't kill people.
But
you don't
like
do
you were
this,
saying
you
about
don't do that.
Like you were saying about he's been drilled to do this, that, and the other. She's been drilling into it.
Yeah.
But because her transformation between these two films, we're going to talk about her, amazing.
Yeah,
right. And she makes perfect sense, right? That as a mother, she would have been drilling him from day one. Yeah. He should be not a normal kid in the slightest, and he's actually too much of a normal kid. And he's too much missing his dad. I mean, maybe he'd miss his dad from a much darker PTSD sort of place, right? But he's way too normal. And then it seems to just pivot to like, now you're this kid who's been drilled about this, that, and the other from day one. And I didn't believe that bit.
Fair enough. Did you like his squeaky voice?
Fine. He's at that age.
Right.
He's at that age.
So they redubbed all of his voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's how it's still that. So I was like, what was it actually like? Because it must have, because I liked how like
so
when he
he's
gets
that
like
age,
emotional, it goes a bit.
His voice
And
is
it's like
breaking,
that makes a lot of sense. And I read that it was redubbed. I was just like, the only voice that's left intact is the scene where he and the Terminator are talking about why people cry, because he liked how that sounded, Cameron. But like all the rest sounds like a kid who's going through his voice breaking, which
that's fine.
makes perfect sense.
It's good.
All right, let's talk about Arnold. T800. Has he further mastered his Terminator acting in this? This was the question I posed to myself pre-watch after having watched Terminator 1. I went, I wonder if he like gets even better at being a machine.
No, his performance makes less sense if he's a machine in this film. But his performance as a star, like I mean, it's great for Arnold. We said this earlier. It's a great role for Arnold. He's cool as fuck. And he gets these lines and bits and pieces and this, that, and the other. So he's brilliant. But no, like strictly speaking, if we're talking, is he acting more like a machine, but he's doing an even better job in this one? No, not at all. He's behaving far less like a machine in this one, right from the get-go.
Right from the get-go?
Yeah.
There are still moments in it where he's dead on with how he's acting, though, in terms of being the machine.
Why?
The why is great. Why? Because why?
Yeah.
Like that. But like when he is scanning the surroundings, so John is basically like spilling his guts, like opening up to him, and he's just doing this, just scanning his surroundings constantly and just doing it quite subtly. And what else have I said? The side glance in the car where he's driving and Sarah says something to him and he just goes, "I have detailed files." And I don't know why that line in particular, but it was just like completely, I'm still in control of everything. I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to come back. Yeah. And that's just the way it is. I thought, though, that because obviously what they're trying to do in this is to humanize the T800. And I think he does do that really well with a few subtle things as well. When he picks up the minigun, he gives this little side smirk. It's exactly what Edward Furlong does with John. That's kind of like his smile is like this side thing. And I kind of went like, have they done that on purpose, where he's kind of mirroring his reaction to that? And I thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, this is fundamentally the problem with this film. We come back to, don't we? The reason they're humanizing him is because Arnold wanted to make the crossover into, and then they've made a plot to make that make sense. So you're always going to run into where that maybe doesn't work. But
as a star performance,
don't pick it apart, because this, like I said at the start, this is the cool one of the T2. This is the cool one. And Arnold is cool as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, just how is he doing what he's doing on a bike and keeping that kind of like stoic robotic face,
posture and everything.
Whilst all of this shit is going on. It's very impressive.
And it's the same stuff like we touched on earlier for Robert Patrick. Like, he doesn't have the physicality to lean into in the same way.
No. He has the inhuman.
But he's made himself so almost like,
it's like Uncanny Valley, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like he's human, but there's something. There's something not
so
quite
unsettling. It's such an unsettling performance.
So Arnie earned 15 million the salary. I said that earlier. He had 700 words of dialogue, apparently. So that means $21,429 per word.
Yeah.
Hasta la vista, baby. Cost $85,716. I was like, I like this. Now, I don't know. 700 words seems like quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. I was thinking, how does that compare to the cast of Dunkirk?
Yeah.
Like,
3 words.
Yeah.
Didn't get paid 15 million, though.
Tom Hardy would have got a fair whack, you think, though?
Maybe, yeah. All right, Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, she's brilliant. What I also like about her performance in this is there's not loads in the first movie to suggest that she's capable of this.
No, she's very much an 80s girl in trouble in the first movie. She's a girl being pursued and running away.
She plays it like I want them to portray John in this one.
Kind of helpless
in that first one. Yeah. And then here she's transformed into which again plot wise makes perfect sense. And she's absolutely something. I think she's absolutely fantastic in this film.
Yeah, I think Cameron campaigned for her to get an Oscar nomination. I think, to be fair, like the stuff that she's portraying on here, like it's a pretty authentic performance of someone who is very fucked up from the weight of everything that is being carried, right? Yeah. She's not just carrying like, oh, I was nearly...
And she's shredded as well, like physical transformation.
I was nearly hunted down and killed. It's like, oh, wait, no. I'm haunted by the fact that by the future, right? It's the future that I've got a responsibility to the future.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what it's going to look like yet. But she knows she's got to bring this son into the world and somehow prepare him. And what does that mean? What does that look like?
And there's a load of conflict that she conveys, not through voiceover, which is sometimes unnecessary
really
because she's doing it all with like her face and her actual acting as well. Like her reaction when she sees the T-800 for the first time in the hospital and he comes out of the elevator.
That's a good plot point.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just her reaction. She turns from being like, oh, because at that point she's very, very functional, very practical and stuff, and it turns completely into, fuck.
He's back.
Yeah. Oh my God. The worst moment of my life has returned.
Yeah. And
she just like panics, and it makes perfect sense. So yeah, I think she's very good. She shed the whole helpless 80s girl, apart from her run in the hospital, where she kind of just skips down like she's listening to like some sort of 80s music with her little headphones on with a Walkman. But apart from that, it's very good. Very good. Robert Patrick.
Yeah, amazing.
Talked a little bit about him.
Yeah.
He's very good. He brings that inhuman quality.
Incredible.
To things, whilst, as you say, not being physically imposing, such as not. It's a really nice juxtaposition in terms of the brawn of Arnie and the sort of lithe.
Yeah, he goes the other way, doesn't he? Like, I can't live up to the physicality of Arnie. What can I do? And he doesn't try to do that by being, well, I'll be big. I'll outdo him this way, that way, the other way. He goes completely the other way. It's pure restraint. It's just like, no, I'll be less of everything, and it'll be really fucking unsettling. And it is. And
the dialogue that he has, which is very limited, but just the way that it's delivered in that police officer uniform as well, he's like, he's saying all the right words, but it's still something when he's saying them, you're just like, something's not right here.
Yeah.
Which is where, with the plot point of, obviously this is set up from, you've watched Terminator, Arnie is the bad guy. The way that they do the opening is obviously Arnie appears first again from the time travel, and then the apparent savior, which is Robert Patrick, appears second in this. And they don't overly do the keeping the audience on edge bit for it, but you can kind of see the way that he mirrors what Kyle Reese does in the first one, in terms of, you know, finds the first person he can, steals their clothes, goes after to locate the person that he's been tasked to save. So it makes a lot of sense, and he sells that bit where you're not like, well, there's something wrong about him straight away. He just kind of seems like, well, he's a guy from the future, right?
That's a good point. I'd not considered this, because I got very excited when watching T1 that there's basically no exposition in that film. I noted down that it's 40-something minutes before we finally get two people talking to each other
about the future,
and we start to get a bit of back and forth, right? But otherwise, that film is so fucking lean. It moves with absolutely no exposition, and you just pick it up because it does such a good job of framing the danger and all the rest of it. I didn't think about that on this film, and of course, this time, well, I already know who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good point. I hadn't actually thought about, like, if you were watching this for the first time, at what point do you pick up?
And not seen trailers that gave it away.
Yeah. I know, trailers, fucking hell. At what point do you actually pick up on, well, which way is this going to go?
Yeah.
So it's very good, and like I've already said, it's a fucking great scene that when they do meet each other in that hallway.
Yeah. And they had Michael Bain was Bain. Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Was first choice for Robert Patrick before he decided actually maybe that's too.
I've seen
confusing.
this, because that'd be like a
proper
a
reversal,
meta thing of like, well, they've sort of.
I think that's the right choice,
though.
Not doing that.
It'd have been, I mean, wow,
He would have been too on the nose.
Yeah, and then you talk about like emotional stakes. She'd have had to deal with that. And...
It changes the story a lot because then you've got his father, his father, and the one she loves after knowing him for 6 hours. So I think it was probably the right decision to not go down that
It's
route.
unfortunate because I tell you what, though, thinking about him as an actor, I've not named him. But Michael Bain would have been fucking brilliant in that role as well.
Yeah. There's
because he has got that sort of. I mean, I've seen him play soldiers in so much stuff.
Yeah,
he's got that sort of 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
Like down. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. Interesting.
Anyone else you want to talk about in terms of
no
tours? I just want to mention Dr. Silberman, who's the Earl Bowen. How you can find someone who just looks like a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Like, fantastic. And magnificent sort of arsehole protagonist without actually really doing anything too arseholey. But there we go.
Yeah.
Recasting then, Carl.
Yeah.
So, where do you want to start?
Well, I mean, look, the Terminator. I've never bought the idea that it could have been O.J. Simpson, which was the original pick for T1. I only know him from. I never, not been an American football fan.
Yeah.
I only know him from The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
So it always seemed ridiculous to me that, right? And then by the time you see the stills of it and all the rest of it, it's like, well, Arnie's made this his own. So I'm going for an Arnie alike, and it's Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren was one that I had, and I think he's got the very much like he looks like a robot.
I think he'd genuinely be good. I mean, there's a story about Sylvester Stallone casting Dolph Lundgren in Rocky IV, and I can't remember who put Dolph Lundgren onto Stallone. But this guy, and I've cast him right here. He's not going to talk in your movie, though, is he? So, yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly. For the same reason this is so good for an early Arnie.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren would kill it.
Yeah. On a slightly Rocky-related note, I thought if you wanted to go down a slightly more charismatic for this film, because he is a bit more charismatic in this film than the first one, a Carl Weathers Terminator.
Oh, I don't know.
He's got the build. He's a big
yeah.
lad. He could do it. And
I can only think of Predator. Some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Giant handshake. Yeah. But it is kind of interesting to think like how, I want to say, like in the nicest possible, like
you crying for a fool,
like not a proper actor, but like someone who is maybe a bit well known of an actor, but then sort of stripping back to the Arnie style of things, how that would work compared to essentially Arnie working within a limitation initially, but that suits him, and then building on from that.
I don't know. The other one of the time, of course, is Sylvester Stallone himself. I mean, the thing I don't like about Sylvester Stallone is Sylvester Stallone's not cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I know you can say like what Rambo and like Rocky, but the point of those characters is they're not cool. These are like broken, downtrodden individuals, and they sort of rise. Yeah, like exactly. And he's brilliant at those, but he's not cool in the same way that Arnie's cool. Yeah. So I don't know. So the other one I would go for is going against. I'm going in the other direction. I'm going against your actor thing again. It'd be someone like Van Damme, because I'm thinking, the Universal Soldier type thing. Because it's that physicality and that just like that, as the kids would say, drip. Yeah, you like that Riz maybe, and they probably stopped saying Riz by now.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago, mate.
Yeah, tell you. Look how out of touch I am. I look at people like that and think, these are the guys for that kind of role.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see an alternate universe where those actors appeared in it, just to see like would it have even worked.
And what have they done in the more subsequent films? They've gone unknown, haven't they?
Well, they've gone for T3. They went for the woman who was an unknown German, I want to say. Subsequent to that, they've kind of gone back to Arnie.
Yeah.
But then also, bigger names, right? Well, not bigger names, but known people that have been. I can't remember who was the actual who was the Terminator in Genesis.
I can't be honest. Yeah.
But yeah, who cares? Those films are shit.
But I mean, I think that does probably suggest somebody a bit more unknown, since we can't remember who the fuck they were.
What about Linda Hamilton? Recast her.
I mean, I think there's one that's obvious, to be honest with you.
Gorney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the aliens, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. There's a Cameron connection to that. She could certainly do it, and,
because she's done those films, and then, well, who has done anything better than that sort of female lead in that sense?
Yeah.
No, there isn't anyone. Linda Hamilton's the closest rival.
Now, if I was going down a route of, okay, I'm recasting Linda Hamilton in the first one and the second one, so you see the transformation from 1 to 2.
This is interesting, because I do have a second name, which isn't as good as Sigourney, but go on.
Gina Davis.
No. Yeah. Did consider her. Just...
I could, if she goes through the workout regime and gets
maybe
ripped and shit her hair.
Because it's not the drive. I believe she'd have the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Who was your other one?
The other name I had was Jamie Lee Curtis. So another Cameron connection. True Lies. Again, you sort of believe she could take charge. Fuck it, let's just get some stuff done. And I think she's maybe just a touch nastier than Gina Davis, but not as good as Sigourney.
Sigourney Weaver is the more obvious choice for sure. Yeah. Edward Furlong.
I mean, sure. Look, I wanted to be baggage in the film, so I just want somebody else of the same age, which puts into play people like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who was around this age at this time, or Chris Pratt. If you like Chris Pratt.
Was he acting at that age?
I don't know. I don't care.
No, I hate recasting their children because it's just who was a working child actor at the time, basically. Elijah Wood. Elijah
Wood. He's in everything. Does he fit? Who cares? He's a child.
He's a child. Robert Patrick?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got 3 names here, right?
Oh, okay.
One is outwardly scary.
Okay.
One is not that scary until you think about his qualities, and one's in between those two.
Okay.
Because one actually, this guy looks quite good, but then you think about it, I think, he could do it. Right?
Okay.
So the one that's outwardly scary, Willem Dafoe.
Yes. Yeah.
Willem Dafoe would immediately be unsettling.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, we know the physicality is not needed for this role, but, you believe sort of when he comes around in interviews, have you seen John? Or whatever, you're like, what's this guy want? Right?
Why do you want his skin? Why?
Yeah. Right. I go at the other end of the spectrum. This guy's super good looking, but actually...
Really, really, really super good looking.
Actually very capable of playing cold and detached, and that's what we need for the T-1000. Val Kilmer.
Oh, I quite like Val Kilmer.
Yeah, Val Kilmer.
I like that.
Cold detached.
I think you could do the eye.
You can see the face, can't you?
Yeah.
You can see the face, just the complete nonplussed expression of like.
And also, from a casting perspective, you would expect Val Kilmer to be more of a hero casting, right? As well. Yeah, so actually, that would work quite nicely, because I don't know. I'm not familiar with Robert Patrick's work around that time and what else he would be in. I suggest he's not really been in too much that people would recognise him from. Yeah. So it would come with a certain baggage that might help with that plot point of putting people to truth.
Yeah, he'd be a bit more in the, and obviously it wouldn't have the same plot point pulls, but he'd be a bit more in the Michael Bain vein of things. Or expecting a certain thing, and oh wow, this guy's bad. In between those two, kind of bridging the gap between good looking but actually really cold and outwardly a bit menacing. Kevin Bacon.
Yes, I had. He was on the long list. Kevin Bacon, but you know what it is with Kevin Bacon?
What, have you seen him in?
Can't see past the E adverts now or whatever the fucking things. It's just he's become like a.
You watch the next E advert when he puts his extendo hand through somebody's throat while they're drinking a carton of milk.
Your fussy birds are dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I can kind of see it. I went for Christopher Lambert.
Yes.
So there's something a little off with him.
Yeah, it looks weird.
Yeah, I've just seen a few pictures. You're like, oh, he's kind of Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What's all that?
Yeah.
There's something not quite right about this guy. So I reckon he could do the, say that.
Could he speak English by this time? When was Highlander?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to say a lot of words. Fine, he's, yeah. Where's John?
Yeah. Where's John?
Yeah, which might work, because then it's like, well, yeah.
I thought you could imitate voices. No, we do that in post. It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, there we go. Anyone else?
No.
Okay. Let's move on to any changes then.
Yes, I've got 2.
I have 3. And I think I've talked about all of them, to be fair, already. My first one is Miles Dyson just a little too immediately cooperative?
Yes.
A little bit more resistance, and then some convincing might have helped. Have helped that a little. What's your first one?
Well, look, both of mine are aimed at tackling this hour in the middle.
Yes.
Where we just do not see the T1000.
Yeah.
And it almost becomes a different movie for me, right? So that might have been 45 minutes for you, but whatever. It kind of still stands. I want to minimise John's role. I think he's baggage, and I think he's nothing else. Because I want this film to be Linda Hamilton's, and we've already got the fact that the Terminator's back, but now he's a goodie, and all the rest of it, versus this, other weird threat. So yeah, I want to take John's role down, and I think that in itself will save you a little bit of time in that section where they're trying to build up like the emotional heart of the film.
Fair enough. Yeah, same. My second one, T1000 disappearing. Could you just have him doing a crossword, just in the background, just so he's still doing something? He's occupying his time. Has he just shut down and done something? What's he doing?
Do you know what? Like, we could have even seen him somehow get damaged. And
yeah, but your thing of like, well, they think he's destroyed, but then you see him slowly reforming or something in the background would explain where the fuck he is.
He somehow gets damaged, and he needs to spend some time
repairing,
fixing up, recuperating, or whatever. That would have been a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, my second one. And again, I'm taking this hour on a bit more directly here. I think you could genuinely cut that entire hour out, right? I think you could keep this in the same vein as the first one.
Hour and a half.
It'd be an hour and a half. It'd actually be 15 minutes shorter than the first one, and it just be pure chase movie, going set piece to set piece, and all the rest of it. Right now, okay, I appreciate they are trying to put some heart into this film.
Yeah.
10 minutes max.
I don't think you necessarily build the worth of it in 10 minutes, but yeah.
It's just, but it's.
I get what you're saying.
And then also the Skynet bit, right? I want T1000 to be the antagonist in that.
Yeah.
If he's not going to be,
you think you can combine it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
if he's not going to be
there as well,
get rid of the visit to Dyson's house. Let's just have him fucking blow up the.
Dyson could be there.
Cyberdyne, yeah, whatever you want.
If you want.
But again, for that section, 10 minutes max.
You could just literally. Why didn't they? That's weird, actually. Why have the house separate? I think. Why can't he just be at the
I don't know.
thing and then you have both of them? That's where she's trying to assassinate him at the office, as it were.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, whichever way I sort of come at whatever my suggestions are, I'm essentially targeting that hour in the middle when the T1000 isn't in there, and I need to reduce that a lot.
Yeah, no, I think it's fair. I will say that although I noticed it, it didn't actually detract.
We're still talking about a very good film.
Yeah,
it's all context.
The last thing, again, I've mentioned it before. It's the voiceover just really laying on thick the father figure thing. Like he just, I think Furlong and Arnold are so good together in that they don't need the explanation. I think maybe it was a loss of confidence from Cameron's perspective in what they were doing, and I think it's good enough to stand on its own. So I just remove some of the voice. Some of the voiceover is fine, makes sense. It's needed to give a little bit of background, context, and linking. That one in particular, where they're in the desert, or whatever. Don't think you necessarily need that. Carl, is it a classic?
I mean, it's one of the easiest yeses we've had on
Absolutely,
here, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Stamina.
Oh, yeah.
definitely stands the test of time. We've said that even the effects stand up.
Yeah, they do.
To now, it was pretty cutting edge at the time. Has led on to countless other films of doing brilliant visual effects. Girth, who doesn't love it? Your mum love it?
I mean, she will have almost certainly seen it.
Mm-hmm.
This one, yeah. As we said, like big box office success and
Always available on ITV. Everyone's fucking seen it.
yeah.
More accessible than the original.
Oh yeah. It's
Like, more broadly appealing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Penetration then.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean,
Hasta la vista.
this is this is the most
I'll be back.
of all of these.
How much of the lines are also in the first one? Hasta la vista, no.
Hasta la vista's not.
I'll be back.
I'll be back's in the first
Is
one.
in.
So it crashes through the.
Come with me if you want to live, but not from him.
But that's Kyle Reese says that. Yeah.
Doesn't do the I need your clothes, boots, and motorcycle. He does similar bits, not that line.
It's not. Well, essentially just says "fuck you" because somebody says something and then they repeat it back to "fuck you."
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the thumb up at the end going down the thing. That's I think that's penetrated. And the Simpsons have covered the Nettie with the golf clubs running after the car.
Yeah, that's right.
So if it's got a Simpsons thing, it's penetrated.
Yeah.
That's how
No,
it
I
works.
mean it has. I think most of the iconography actually comes from this one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
100%.
All right, Carl, you got anything else?
No.
All right, then that is all we've got. So if we move the needle for you this week, or even if we didn't, please do rate us, follow, subscribe, give us a 5-star review wherever you are listening. It really does terminate the algorithm and get us out there to a larger criminal audience. I didn't change that word, did I? Join us next week for our monthly retro episode.
Dystopian audience.
Dystopian audience. Join us next week for our monthly retro episode where we get up to all kinds of retrospectivity and other assorted nonsense, looking back on our month of July where we covered a month of Nolan, Dunkirk, Tenet, Batman Begins. We might even reveal our detailed thoughts on the Odyssey. So send your feedback, questions, etc. Make our lives a little bit easier. So for me and Carl, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hasta la vista. Carl?
Dissect a film as things come to a head. We kick things off and unveil the ale. Then it's a simple 5-point scale. Only one of us likes it, the other not so. We bicker and joke, no gag too low. Discussion begins, Si tells Carl he's wrong. Carl plays a game and Si sings a song. We do a recasting, discuss who would work. Would he or she, we say with a smirk. In spite of it all, Carl still thinks he's right. The truth